During training, the Royal Marine is taught simple defences against body holds which can be used when confronted by an opponent at close quarters, and the use of deadly force or weapons are no longer an option. Here's some defences that we use to disable against grabs and holds. First, against a two-handed grab from the front, the inside wrist lock and kick. Or against a single-handed grab from the front, the outside wrist lock and kick. Again from the front, the break kick and monkey fly. And finally, pelt off the rear around the neck, the shoulder throw. As well as war fighting, the Royal Marines have recently been deployed on operations in Bosnia and Kosovo, where we may be called upon to control an aggressive crowd. Here's some methods we use to defend ourselves against a well-placed kick. First then, the shin check and kick. Next, the inside step and sweep. This time, the X-block and kick. And finally, one of the most simple and effective moves, the leg catch and takedown. Please give the lads a round of applause. Unfortunately, during times of conflict, Royal Marines are involved in more than just crowd control. A commander is trained to dispatch an enemy using stealth and surprise. The team will now demonstrate some methods of choking and strangling the enemy. First then from the front, the double arm stranglehold. Next, the arm choke using the opponent's own arm. And finally, the Japanese strangle. This move should be released immediately. I said immediately. There will be times, however, when stealth and supplies are no longer an option. On these occasions, a Royal Marine must rely on his training and strength of will to overcome the enemy. Show them from the front. First, the scissors. Next, the forearm choke. And finally, the triangular leg choke.
Oh, his money's come out.
Please give the lads a round of applause. As operators, we are required to defend ourselves against a variety of weapons. This could be a length of pipe, broken bottle, baseball bat, or a knife. Here are some defences we would use against such weapons. First, against a baseball bat, the envelope and throw. Next, against an attack with a kosh, the figure four. This time, against an attack with a knife, the shoulder throw. Again with a knife, the step aside and outside throw. And finally, from a written attack with either one of these weapons, in this case of course, the duck and lift. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, please give lads a round of applause. Just like to point out at this point that the harder you clap, the louder you cheer, the harder and more sadistic the guys will get with each other. We're all still in the bubble from having a little drink last night, so I'm sure if you want to see them get sadistic with each other, I'm sure they will oblige. During recent operations in Afghanistan, Royal Marine Commandos have been involved in close quarter combat with enemy forces, which may include the snatching and killing of enemy sentries. Here are a few methods we would use. First then, the Japanese headlock. Next, the sentry is choked with his own weapon and then kicked in the stomach. Or the sentry is simply disarmed. And finally, the sentry's favourite, the disarm and blow to the stomach. hardest strike of the season so far. Marine Mike Lee, all 18 years old of him. He's not happy. Modern weapon systems allow Royal Marines to engage enemy targets at ranges of up to 800 metres away. If the enemy gets in closer, which is quite often the case, God help them. Here are some methods we would employ to disarm an opponent carrying a pistol. So from the front first, the cross slap and take down. And now from the rear, the reverse parry and throw. And finally another one from the front, the wrist lock and turn. OMG. And now, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as a finale, one of the Marines will use all the skills he has learned to defend himself against a multiple of attackers. I give you the king of the mat.
You'll have to send me pictures, Mick.
Remember, the harder he strikes, it's real! Ladies and gentlemen, I remind you once again that the lads are fully trained in what you've seen them perform here this afternoon, so please do not attempt to leave this venue recreating anything at home. That means trying anything out on your grandmas, mums, dads, etc. Otherwise we'll get into trouble. So I present to you the Royal Marine Commando Display Team 2009. Thank you very much indeed for your attention. The next time you'll see us in action then, we'll be coming ashore in our full capacity in amphibiosity in boats and helicopters with the hostage rescue scenario on the beach at 2:30, which is directly in front of me.